Professor Ned's.
Guess it doesn't play this out.
What is it?
That was a cat.
Oh, so you had the sound effect bubble at the bottom left. So that's good.
Go crazy, like get
What
The
is
wiggle
it?
never ends.
Not bad.
little snow.
Ooh, I like that transition. You have this thing here
Yeah.
again.
This was at like 4 a.m. we made this.
I'm not gonna ask him about it, and if he tells me to take it off,
That's a
then
good one.
deal with it then. It's just like something as big as a 6-month.
This is astrology, the study of Greek mythology. Now, it all started with some examinations of simple astrological signs, such as Cancer, which is the third star from the sun, and Zeus, which is a astrological body that exists within our Earth. Now, this proceeded to move on to other famous characters such as Hercules and other people such as Harry Potter. Now, we decided to identify the traits that Zeus shares with Harry Potter. He's a little kid, and he's white, and his parents are dead. Thus, Zeus is equivalent to Harry Potter. Now, we moved on to other famous characters such as Hercules from there. We examined the fact that he is, in fact, a Disney character. He can lift the earth, so there's no question of whether or not he lifts. He invented leg day and every other day. He is also Atlas because he shrugs a lot, and he consumes approximately 45 pounds of chicken, which is where the term plate came from. Now, from here, we move on to the chicken and egg debate. Now, over here, we see an image of Mount Etna. Now, we see the chicken over here and the egg over here. Now, the egg is what we like to call a moderately animate object. So, it's tricky to quantify. But the chicken and the egg are simultaneously seeking each other. But what's really the powerful force is the mountain, which has the strongest belief in the chicken and the egg. So mountains have feelings. It's the conclusion that we drew from this. Now, we go back over here. We look at mountains, we look at molehills. Now, in the cross-section between the two, we got Hercules. We have 99 problems being 99 out of 100, which is equivalent to 99 out of 100, which will be on our next test. Now, if we look over here, just a quick review of the final. Now, the cumulative grading for this class is 5% on the first midterm, 5 on the second, 5 on the third, 5 on the fourth midterm, and 90% on the final, which is 110% of the grade in the class, which is what I want you to give every day. Now, the final is cumulative, subtractive, and divisive. Important facts you should know, and keep those in mind. Now, going back to here. Now, Yoshi is in the center of everything. Now, if we go down to a little equation down here, we see that the mountain is less than Yoshi, which is less than the molehill. But if you flip this around, we get that W is greater than lambda, which is greater than W. Now, what's W and what's M&M? Well, move this over here to the wrapper. M&M is a wrapper that contains M&Ms. So, important facts about M&Ms? Well, M&M is a little kid who's white, and his parents are dead. Therefore, he is also Harry Potter and Zeus. Critical things to keep in mind. Now, we move back over here again. So, we look at the tree. Now, this is a gene tree, or a binary tree. Now, this is composed of a number of elements, such as roots, which are fed by Gene Simmons' tongue, which absorb the nutrients, which you should have learned about from last lecture. There is quesadillas, there is Stan, the star, and there is pi. Now, Stan is the Hebrew spelling of star. This is just small facts. So, and that right there is the symbol for pi, which is a Roman letter. Now, if we move over here to other common misconceptions, we have the fact that ellipses are not the same as eclipses. Now, nobody can tell the difference because the C is almost impossible to tell from an L because it's written in Sanskrit. Moving back. Looking at our subclass, Linguistics 901, which is remedial Spacklish or Spacklosh or Spanglosh, nobody can tell. We have some basic facts, such as the fact that Berliner means chicken dinner. Ached eye is a common misconception from 8i. And you're going to want to put ice on your eye to enhance the colors that you experience. Because it's very difficult to experience colors in the full perspective when they're aching. Now, what resolution does the eye see color? It sees it in 450/50p, or 450/50pi, which, as we all know, is that symbol up there. Now, there are some other resolutions the mind sees things around it, such as 420p. Now, the P stands for chili pea, the powder in chili powder. There are some other related subjects, such as the phrase "can I bus," which is directed from Sanskrit. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, where does "can I bus" come from? Well, it comes from Moses. Moses is the first man who asked, "Can I bus?" Now, common, similarities between Moses and Zeus is that they're old, they're black, they're really old, and they have a sister. Now, if you look at the ambiguity of this statement, we see that Zeus, or Tuus, was in fact the first bus driver, and he was also the second bus driver, which means that when Moses asked, "Can I bus?" he was asking this question to Zeus. And when he did this, Zeus obliged him by becoming both the first and the second bus driver. However, Moses was not satisfied with this. Moses Parks specifically, decided that he would expand to fill up every seat in the bus. And he expanded to the point where he collapsed and exploded in something we like to call the small bang. Now, the small bang occurred on 2013, April 4th, AC, which means specifically after cooling, not after cool or after school, but after cooling. Now, the small bang is what is commonly known as the least important fact in all of history. Now, this is found in the Sanskrit bilio, which is also a common brand of cornflake. And that pretty much concludes our lecture for today. Have fun with that. There is some information on the next lecture. The date is in the syllabus that I handed out. The subject of next lecture is how do you put on pants? Now, as a pre-homework for that, I'll be assigning that everyone should put on pants, specifically legs 1 through 12.
Do leggings count?